We're back again today with yet another exercise that you absolutely should be doing, but probably aren't. And in today's video, I want to take you through a hip joint capsule stretch that is easily one of the most missed and overlooked exercises for any hip dysfunction. So if you haven't tried the hip capsule joint stretches before, I urge you to give them a go just to see what impact, if any, it has on your symptoms. For the record, my name's Grant Frost. I'm an Australian musculoskeletal physiotherapist who is genuinely passionate about trying to uncover the root underlying causes of common aches, pains, injuries, and dysfunctions. And when dealing with back pain, hip dysfunction, knee dysfunction, hidden restrictions in the hip joint capsule can play a fundamental role in either causing that or at least perpetuating those symptoms over time. What I'd like you to do is, on your hands and knees, or if you're upstanding on something, we want to imagine that your thigh bone is pushing out the back corner of your hip. So we're going to stretch this hip. What I'd like you to focus on is taking the opposite leg back, keeping your shoulders and hips together. We want to shift everything towards the side that you're trying to stretch without wanting to go too far where you feel your hips are dumping forwards. We want to make sure that your shoulders and hips and trunk are just integrated together, and we're just subtly shifting everything horizontally across until you hopefully feel some form of pressure through the side/back of that hip. Again, imagine that the thigh bone is sinking out that back corner of your hip, and once you've found that, and you might need to drop down a little bit deeper potentially, but once you've found a version of that, we just want you to hang out here for 30 seconds, 60 seconds, and 2 minutes. Give this tissue a chance to give. Now, in this position, you can certainly do the contract relax technique where you try and tense up all the muscles over the top for 5 to 10 seconds so that when you give, they give, and maybe that'll help contribute to some of the mobility through this hip if that soft tissue is also tight enough to restrict you. But ultimately, this is a passive exercise where we're trying to find exactly where you feel your pressure is, hang out here, allow it to give, and then do the same thing on the other side. From here, we can change the position that your foot is in. So we can come back to the middle, we can rotate you underneath, drop your other leg down to block that, and we can repeat the same process again, coming straight across to the side. This time we're biasing hip external rotation. You may feel it a little bit more towards the back side of that hip, which is looking to see which part of your hip may be restricted. Again, 30 seconds, 60 seconds, coming out of that again, and then to bias hip internal rotation, we can rotate your foot outwards without feeling like your hip is sort of hiking up. Try and keep your back and hips together. Just go out as far as you feel comfortable, then repeat the same process. Shift back across to the side. You may need to come out of it a little bit if you feel like you're getting a little bit of groin stuff when you do this, but ideally you should feel this one a little bit more towards the front, but still on the outside, not on the inside. If it is, then you might be too deep into the stretch. Come out of that, and again, hold this for 30 seconds or 60 seconds just to give this tissue a chance to give. And what we didn't mention, but we definitely should have at the start of the video, is before you do this, please do a movement or an activity first. It could be basic squats, it could be a hip hinge, it could be a lunge, it could be anything that alerts you to how your symptoms feel or just how you move in general. Spend a few minutes doing this on both sides, then immediately recheck those same movements or activities to see what has meaningfully changed. If your hip capsule is restricted in some way and you've successfully mobilized it gently with this exercise, you should immediately feel looser and easier to move. Maybe your hip feels a little bit lighter. And if any of your symptoms above and below that through your back, your hip, your groin, or your knee are based on that in some way, then there's a world where those symptoms may feel a little bit nicer straight away. So please do those tests first, do the exercise, immediately recheck them again so that we're basing everything that we do on results. Once we know that that was an issue, then we can start to try and reverse engineer why that was there in the first place so that we can improve that as well so that you don't have to keep doing these exercises forever. And again, if you found that this was helpful and insightful, please consider leaving a like on the video, subscribe to the channel, consider becoming a member if you want more exclusive content like this from me. I'm putting one of these videos out every day for the foreseeable future, so please follow along so you don't miss any of them. But as always, I genuinely hope that that was helpful, and I hope to see you tomorrow.